I was making my way to Jerusalem for Sukkot. The trip was quite long and a hard journey, but because I was so excited to go to Jerusalem, I got through it and kept walking as holy as possible to show respect towards God and the Beit HaMikdash. But because of my long adventure, I wasn't as clean as I wished. I knew I would have to wash and go to the mikveh. Once we finally got to the Beit HaMikdash, I noticed how joyous the people around me were and how everything was filled with joy. The mood made me feel happy and joyous. One thing I saw immediately was the hole in the altar for water. It was smaller than the one for wine. They did this so that they would drain at the same speed. It's amazing how much attention is paid to detail in such a big and grand place. A miracle I recognized was that there were no flies, which made it a very pleasant day. I guess it is not so small, considering all the animals and meat all around us. I love looking at the menorah. It is made from one block of solid gold, with very intricate designs, which was very cool, and must have been so complicated to make. I appreciate the effort that Shlomo put into everything. Once the day started, it was filled with many events. Once these events were done, so was the day. But let's start with the first thing we did, bringing the daily korban, the korban tamid. So we brought the korban tamid, and then we davened. It was amazing to daven in the holiest spot in the world. I prayed that my crops would grow and that Hashem would keep my family safe. Next, the Kohanim brought a korban musaf and ate. It was the first day, so we brought 2 rams and 14 sheep. Because it was the first day of Sukkot, we also gave 13 cows. After that, I saw the afternoon services. There were some other korbanot brought for the Shalosh Regalim. The first one was called the Re'iyah. Mine was a bird, but other people brought other types of animals. One qualification was that it had to be worth 1 silver ma'ah. People brought this rather than more expensive korbanot, since this was no meat. Another type of korban I gave was the korban chagigah. It is an obligatory sacrifice that is brought during Regal Yom Tov. I brought as many as I could afford, which is what people usually do. They are worth 2 silver ma'ah. The last korban I gave was called the Shalmei Simcha. It was meant to increase the simcha of all 3 holidays. The korban was brought to give more meat to the families. This mitzvah is so beautiful because the women are also allowed to be a part of it. This korban was dependent on how wealthy the families were. Wealthy people who had a lot of meat invited poor people to dine with them. At night, it was time for the special Simchat Beit HaShoeva. This was the most joyous part of the entire trip. Each night, I went to the temple courtyard with thousands of other people. Every man, woman, and child was there. The first thing I noticed was the Levim playing instruments on the stairs of the women's court, and 2 more Kohanim standing with silver trumpets on either side of the great gate of the courtyard. There were 4 poles in the corners of the courtyard, each with a golden bowl on top. 4 Kohanim climbed up and lit fires in the bowls. The light was so bright you could see it all throughout Jerusalem. Then people started singing. The holy men of the Sanhedrin started dancing, and then all the men and women joined in. Some people from the Sanhedrin juggled flaming torches. Since not everyone likes dancing, there were balconies for people who just wanted to stand and watch. Most of the dancing took place in the women's court. The festival lasted all night. I was tired but inspired, and I joined in and took part in the spiritual dancing. We sang a song about the spring of Shiloach, when a Kohen filled a vessel with water from the spring. The Kohen then led us all back to the Beit HaMikdash. He brought the vessel to the Mizbech and poured the water into a silver cup at the corner of the altar. We then all prayed for rainfall the next year. Well, I'm home now, but the Beit HaMikdash's beauty will be in my mind forever. Not only its beauty will be in my mind forever, but also the experience of seeing all the miracles, like the wood of the Mizbech not burning. After being there and seeing the nature changing all around me, There is no doubt that Hashem is amazing and in charge of everything. Another miracle was that the smoke went directly up from the Mizbeach. I thought everyone would be coughing and uncomfortable with smoke all over the room from all the korbanot, but Hashem cares about us so much, He makes small miracles to spare trivial uncomfortableness. It's completely amazing. This was such an amazing and inspiring trip, and I can't wait to go back.